So today I'm going to show you a different way to process and mix a kick drum into your track.
True Sound Studios is in your ears.
Hey guys, what is up? It is Weezna here. As always, we are at my studio, True Sound Studios, and today I want to share with you how I process and mix kick drum. So it's no surprise, obviously everyone does things differently. So I don't record as many bands anymore, but because I do so much production of beats between pop and hip hop and EDM, I always find it difficult to kind of take one kick drum sound and balance that low end and that click sound, that clickiness, the high end to the kick drum. So I went back to what I used to do. I took a kick drum, I cloned it, I made essentially two identical tracks. One was the low end and one was the high end, and that is the way that I have been mixing even just sampled drums in my DAW. So let me show you guys what I mean. Okay, so here is my method on how to make a kick drum easier to mix. So really quick, let me first just play you the beat. Okay, so the kick drum right off the bat, I mean, it sounds good, but what I've been having trouble with this song is getting that kick drum to be that super low end thumpy sound, and also have that click, that brightness to it, so that you can hear it in a system that doesn't have, a subwoofer or doesn't have big woofers on it, that you can actually hear that bass. So just listen to the kick by itself. So I've processed it already, and I'm just trying to get enough low end mixed with the brightness of the kick, and I'm just kind of having a little difficulty with it. So this is where I use this trick, I guess you would call it. And so all we're going to do is we're going to take our kick drum track, and it doesn't matter if you're using audio, samples, and you're actually just having wave files right in your track. If you're doing what I'm doing, where we have a drum machine that is sending a kick drum sound to our kick drum channel that's right over here. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be a rock band. It could be hip hop. Whatever it is, this is going to work for that. So all we're going to do is we're going to, right here on our kick drum channel, we're going to clone this. So that's what it's called, at least in this program, Cakewalk Sonar. But we're going to clone the track. So we just want everything that's on there. Yep, that all looks good. So there you go. So now if we play the kick drum, it's going to be essentially twice as loud because now we have two kick sounds, opposed to before. Okay, so let's relabel this. This will be kick low. And then this is going to be kick high. And all I mean is high and low is this is literally going to be our low end bass sound, and this is going to be our higher clicky sound. So it doesn't matter, what plugins you've already used. I've already processed this, so it doesn't change anything. So all we're going to do is very simply just add an EQ. It doesn't matter what EQ it is, but most importantly, it needs to come after all of your effects, whatever you've already done with the kick drum. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to just roll off the high end, the brightness. So we're going to find a good spot where we can still hear enough low end. We're not going to take away from anything. So that's probably pretty good. Looks like 200 hertz. So essentially everything above 200 hertz is now gone. It is not part of our kick drum sound. So, and this is for the kick drum low. So obviously we're only having essentially just the bass come through our kick drum. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that plug-in and we're just going to copy it. If you don't know how to do that, just hold down Control and then just drag the plug-in over. But for this one, this is our kick high now, okay? So now we want only the high end. So we're going to take our filter and very simply just flip it around the other way. So now we're cutting off all the bass and just leaving all the high end. So let's find a good spot for this. Let's solo our high kick sound. So maybe somewhere around there. Now, obviously, this is going to change for every kick drum, but I just don't want any low end information in here because the way I'm going to blend it in, I don't want any more low end coming through because now that we've doubled this. So what is really cool now is here, I'll pull up our mixer channel. So right here, we got the kick drum low and then the kick drum high. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull down the high and I'm just going to play you this drum beat, and I'm going to slowly mix in that brightness, that clickiness of the kick drum. So what's great about this is we can literally determine how much low end do we want on our kick drum and then how much of that clicky sound do we want. And maybe you want it the other way. Maybe you want it like this. Now, I'm not really sure why you'd want that for, a kick drum. Obviously, it's supposed to have a lot of low end in it. But this is great for like effects. Like let's say for the verse, you want to drop out some of the low end so that when that hook or the chorus hits, it sounds more impactful and more powerful. So that's a great way to do that. And then obviously also you can do the opposite where maybe in the verse you want just no brightness at all. You don't, you kind of want it to be a little more subdued. So this is just a really great, simple way of essentially taking the two elements of a kick drum, that low end sound and then also like the tone of it, the clickiness. And now this allows you to have total independent control over each of those sounds and just makes it a lot easier to be able to mix in a kick drum to our track. So now that we got this, let's unsolo all this, and I'm just going to kind of blend in that clicky sound to our track. So there you go. That is how I process kick drums when I'm having trouble balancing the low end and the high end on any kick drum for any genre. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to stay up to date with True Sound Studios on a day-to-day basis, follow us on our Instagram page. I post on Instagram every single day, and I'll keep you guys up to date with everything that's going on with the studio. If you're new to our YouTube channel and you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing for more content. You can also listen to or purchase any of the beats that I personally make right here at True Sound Studios on our SoundCloud page, True Sound on the Beat. You can find all the links in the description below this video. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'm Ryan Weezna. We're here at my studio, True Sound Studios, and True Sound Studios is in your ears.